welcome to another gameplay. Today we are playing Mind Maze, the Mono Blue Illusions deck. We are running the aggressive version with only 22 lands and curving out at 4 as our most expensive cards. This is too many lands. This hand has some potential. We're on the draw. We have 2 1-drops and a whole bunch of 2-drops, including the Lord plus Phantasmal Image combo. So I'm looking forward to this. Playing out Phantasmal Bear. It's gonna be a guaranteed 2-2, while Veiled Sentry is at most gonna be a 2-2. And the following turns it will probably be bigger than a 2-2. So that's my reasoning there. Here we could just drop the Lord and then Phantasmal Image next turn. That seems pretty powerful. I think our opponent might be on the mono green deck, so the only removal we need to worry about is Prey Upon. But our opponent doesn't have a creature on the board yet, so unless he goes creature into Prey Upon, I think we're fine. And let's see here, that's a ooze, so that's gonna hold off all our ground creatures, unfortunately. But we do have some flyers incoming. So I kinda like going Phantasmal Image into Veiled Sentry to ensure the hexproof. Because I do feel like our opponent might have a Prey Upon in hand. Other option is just playing the Servant and getting in the air. That doesn't seem bad, but then we just... Actually, maybe that's just the best option here. Let's read this real quick. Dice. Alright, so it'll just be a 1-1, so we can attack with both creatures. So, is it gonna be Image plus Sentry or Servant? If we do think our opponent has a Prey Upon and is gonna use it next turn on our Lord of the Unreal, then our Sentry would only be a 1-1. So in that case, I'm playing the Servant. So now we can attack with both. Get in for 2 damage probably. And now we have an Air Force going, so unless our opponent has multiple Prey Upons in hand, we're in business. So he's gonna have to attack first to put a counter on it. We can safely block because I doubt there's gonna be some sort of giant growth incoming. And let's see what happens next. So if our opponent just plays a creature, we can do the Image plus maybe even another Lord or the Phantasm. But it's gonna be difficult for our opponent to recover. But it looks like our opponent has a bunch of decisions, which is probably bad news for us. Yep, there is a Prey Upon, so we correctly saw that coming. And it's gonna grow. Alright, so our opponent has 3 untapped mana and probably doesn't have another play. While we drew an unsummon, which is great against the ooze. So we can just play another Lord and Sentry, or we can unsummon the ooze. But for the moment we don't really need to unsummon it, because if he holds it back as a blocker, then we can just unsummon it. And playing the Lord means he can't Prey Upon or Servant, so I'm gonna go with Lord and attack for 7 damage here. And then we can play the sentry, because I think our opponent's out of prey pawns, otherwise he would have used them the previous turn. So now we still have Unsummon and Phantasmal Image. Our opponent's on 5, plays a Reach Spider, which is pretty good, but he gave us a 6/6 sentry, which is probably better. So this Unsummon is gonna take care. Wow, so we just drew that absolute nut card here. So we have 2 Unsummons, and that's just gonna be game. Or we could just play Phantasmal Image on our Lord, and that's like probably the best draw I've had so far with this deck. That's a lot of damage on turn, I think this is turn 5. So that's a quick game. I want to thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a nice day.